Kanchi Kiawao. This is Grandmother Wind, Andrea Menard, with another message from the Patchwork Grandmothers. Thank you to all of those who have been part of my tribe and tuning in every week. It's been a pleasure for relaying the message from my teachers from the other side, and I'm grateful you tune in every week. And for those of you who are not part of my tribe, I hope you will sign up at my website, andreamenard.com. Anyway, so this week's message is use and reuse your tools. I like the reuse your tools, because many of us on our journey are gathering different skills and tools to help us overcome the challenges in our life, to help us conquer those fears or get through a day or get through a specific problem. And we have these fabulous tools, and there's so many wonderful tools that people are offering, and people are coming up with themselves, developing all these methodologies. And the grandmothers, the Patchwork Grandmothers, are saying, use them all. They are worthwhile and worthy to you, because whatever resonates with you, use it. Use that tool. And they say, reuse that tool, because sometimes you'll get a brand new tool and it'll blow your mind and blow your heart open, and everything will seem like magic to return to harmony and grace. And then the next time you go to use that tool, it won't work the same. And it's kind of like, what? This was so smart. This was so amazing last time. Well, the Patchwork Grandmothers say that we are overcoming our lack of self-worth and our lack of worthiness and our turning against self. So all of these things, if there's some part of us that turns against ourselves, you can imagine that that same part of us turns against our tools too, or uses that tool against us. I don't know about yours, but my little backward self is pretty smart. She's brilliant, and I have to stay on top of her all the time. But I like how the grandmothers say, use the tools, because that brilliant one you discovered last week may not work this week, but it may work again in a month from now. So, and the one you discovered a year ago that was a great tool, go back and see if that one works, because the tools that will play, they will require juggling. The tools will work depending on what you're needing at that time. And because you might need to trick your little backward self or your ego into, because your ego is very smart and it can sort of use the language of the tools to trick you. But because if you're using and reusing them from old ones to new ones and then shaking it up again, you will keep it fresh, because in many ways it's the same problem over and over again. If you're like me, and I have the same insecurities or the same voice that tells me I'm not worthy and tells me to get over myself, or whatever it is that you have, that you're not a good person, or whatever it is that you have, it's going to be the same problem resurfacing over and over and over. And so I use the tools that work that week, and I use the tools that worked last year by juggling them a little. And the Patchwork Grandmothers are saying that we are getting better at it. It may not look it, and it seems like the voice is just a repeat and it's exactly the same, but it's never the same way twice. If you have used that tool to realign again and to remember your sacred lineage and to know that you are a spark of the Creator and you are worthy of creation, you are equal to everything you see around you. When we remember that, if these tools have helped us remember that, then we're doing a good job. And the Patchwork Grandmothers are saying, don't lose hope just because one didn't work this week. You have all of these different tools to choose from, and there's going to be more and more and more revealed to you all through, because the Patchwork Grandmothers are saying you wouldn't believe the help that we humans are receiving from the grandmothers, from outside help, from our own creativity, and we're sharing it with each other. We are determined to help this planet, and that's good news, which means your tools are working. And if they don't work, reuse the ones you had before or reach for new ones. But keep using the tools you have. They're doing well. You're doing well. I'm doing well. And we really, truly are getting better at this. So hang in there. I love you and I thank you for tuning in. Again, if you're not a member of my tribe and would like to receive messages from the Patchwork Grandmothers in your inbox every couple weeks, every week or every week, every second week, go to AndreaMenard.com. Love you so much. Bye. See you soon.